Alright, what exactly is AI? Is it the scary robots in the movies that turn against humans and will soon rule the world? How advanced is our AI in present day? Well, my name's Hayden, and I'll be discussing these things. Well, first, I've noticed that not a lot of people know what AI is. So in Google Classroom, I have a link of a quiz. You have to scroll down, because a lot of people don't know what AI is. They don't know how it works, when it started. So if you guys would take that quiz and tell me what, like it'll tell you for a beginner, amateur, pro, whatever. Just like let me know when you're, and like just shout out the scores too. It's like you have to scroll down a little bit too.
Where do we access the quiz?
Google Classroom. Yeah, I put a link in the stream. Does everyone get it? Did everyone have any difficulties? No one? Just yell
if you're wrong.
Just yell at your score when you get it. Like what you get.
How many questions are there?
There's like 10.
Stop.
I got amateurs.
You got, yeah, so assuming a lot of people are going to get beginners or amateurs. Not a lot of people know a lot about AI. So like that's why I based my TED Talk on, to educate us on the future. Is everyone still taking the quiz?
Yes, sir. We are an AI beginner.
You're a beginner.
It actually says professional. You have to think honest.
I got beginner.
See, I'm hearing a lot of beginners.
You haven't
and
put you guys
amateurs.
as.
Got an amateur, dude. Pretty good.
Anyone else still taking it?
Okay.
Alright, well, it's 10 questions. Here, I'm gonna keep going while you guys see that quiz, but just keep in mind what you got. And so, what is AI? Well, the definition of AI is the development of computer systems that are able to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, and translation between languages. Just by listening to this definition, you can obviously like form different scenarios that AI can help us, but not everyone really thinks the future of AI is all fun and games. Before I get into different ways AI could help or harm us, I want to show you guys what's been going on recently in the world of AI. The most recent thing scientists have been able to create is a self-sustained robot that is able to carry out self-assemble, carry out tasks, can repair themselves, and record information. So to summarize, we're around like 40, 30 years away from creating an AI that is equivalent to us, but it does not have a conscience. And so, for example, this is the AI Pepper, okay? Now, I know, looking at it, it's really creepy. It's white and black, has not really any fancy colors. It looks pretty creepy. But let me tell you what you can do, okay? Pepper can detect human emotions and distress. It can also engage in human conversations. Pepper is also, you can purchase Pepper for your household, okay? So we're starting to see AIs go into the households now for the first time, which is pretty crazy. But AI is just not the most advanced AI out there. There are also other computer AIs that are able to do way crazier things than just identify human emotions. Some of these examples will definitely help improve human living and especially improve our understanding of complex ideas we could never figure out. One thing that AIs can do is help us determine if a patient has a fatal illness or disease a lot faster than a doctor could. AI will also be able to help us in our battle versus cancer and may even help us come up with a cure to it, which is very helpful for the future. So we can diagnose it, have a higher success rate, and then we can also cure it as well. Another thing AI can do is help us for war. AI is already kind of introduced in the military, but a full AI military is something that could be unstoppable. AI soldiers that can make the best decisions possible is something that is very possible in the future. Another thing AI can do is it will soon be able to make a lot smarter decisions than we could ever think of, which is something that could really benefit us. So with smart decision making, we'll be able to become a lot more successful without people decide their different daily tasks. The last benefit is they help us tremendously solving complex problems. Without AI, we would never know all these different explore space and solve these complex problems that we can never solve. AI has opened a new path for mathematicians in so many different areas, such as space, mathematics, chemistry, and etc. For example, AI has developed a method for probing the complex world of quantum chemistry. You may be like me and be like, what the heck is that? I have no idea, but I can tell you that AI has been able to solve a math equation that no other person has been able to solve, which is Schrödinger's equation. And with this discovery, it opens a new window to a lot of conflict and debate, or it opens a new development of new frontiers in material science. Now, with all the good AI can have, there can also be some serious dangers regarding the future of AI. These dangers could lead to a lot of conflict and debate on whether it could or not happen. One of these dangers is, of course, the military as well. I did say it could be good for the military, but it could also be really bad. Say, for example, if AI gets in the hands of the wrong person and it turns, or it doesn't listen to our orders anymore, that could go south pretty fast, which is something we don't want to see happen. So when we make these AIs in the future, we're going to be very careful on how we program them. Another downside is AI can get a lot smarter than us, a lot quicker, a lot more efficient. It can do a lot better things than us. So say if we make an AI and it is smarter than us, it can manipulate us without us even knowing or ever knowing. Just something we don't want happen. One example of AI going south is this account, Tay. Now, Microsoft released Tay and gave Tay programming she needed to tweet and many other things. So Tay was just an AI who roamed Twitter, and it was just kind of like you would say a guinea pig, a test, okay? But online trolls quickly learned they could influence how Tay learned. So Tay was learning on Twitter. And so eventually, Tay started to send out 96,000 tweets. 96,000 tweets in 16 hours regarding Trump's policies, inflammatory messages, and citing racism and trying to deny the existence of the Holocaust, express her hate on feminism, and called for racist violence in America. In 16 hours, she was able to tweet 96,000 tweets. And so Microsoft had to quickly remove her because of how scary it was and how quickly the AI was able to learn. Yes, it is definitely possible for AI to turn against us, but there also is some really bright sides to AI. I'm not here to make you think AI is bad or good. I'm just here to educate you because not a lot of people really know what AI is. And so, because of how little people know, that's why I picked my topic. So with what I educated you on, I want to leave you guys with a question. Do you think AI is the future, or do you not like the future? Let me know what you think.